Wow. I mean, it was an unbelievable turnout, first of all. And first of all, I want to thank President Broderick and our athletic director, Dr. Wood Seelig, for just seeing the vision with this. Because when I bought the idea to Old Dominion in 2011, it was the start of it. And every year it's gotten attention, and a lot of people want to be a part of it. And so many things that go behind this event. It's almost, for some people, a part-time job. You know, you think about Deb White, who kind of helped start this with me, with Jackie Barrow, who's done a great job with her whole crew, transportation, Jason Chandler, sports information department. I mean, there's just so many people. I could go on and on and on and on. But at the end of the day, it's about the kids. You know, and for us to have this opportunity in this game means a lot. And not just to our program, but to our community. And, you know, you try to be focused on the game plan. You try to, you know, get better as a team. But you get caught up in looking out there and seeing all the kids smile and scream. And, you know, some of them have never been to a campus before, a college campus. So it's about just planting that seed in their head about, you know, furthering their education. What about going to college one day, and what does it take? And not necessarily to be a basketball player or anything, but just to go to college and get your education. Education's number one. You know, and there's so many great teachers in this community that do so much for our community. And I want them to be grateful for that. I mean, our players have, you know, taken time for the past 8 weeks to go out to the elementary schools and look these kids in the eyes and tell them, you know, you got to focus on your schoolwork. You got to have a good attitude. You got to work hard. So, I mean, I'm thankful for my team to take that time, and they want to. They want to go out there and send that message. And they you know, want to tell them that they can do anything. They just believe, and they just focus. And so, to me, it's one of those days where it's one of my favorite events, because it is all about the kids, and it's about their future. So, of course, the win is always the best thing about it. Of course, you want the win. But I'm just so excited that, you know, both teams went out and played inspired basketball. You know, Dartmouth never quit, you know, and they kept working hard, and they're a good team. And they can really shoot the ball, and they fight hard on the boards. And we knew that we had to go out the first 5 minutes to make a statement, how we wanted to play. It was all about pace and all about our efforts on the boards. And you saw that we out-rebounded them by 18 at halftime. And we worked on that in practice. You know, we worked on putting the noise up in practice the last 2 days, which I thought was going to be good for us, because we were really going to have to be on our assignments and execute and be disciplined with our defensive plan. And same thing with our offensive plan. But I'm really proud of the way our bench really stepped up too. I felt like we didn't miss a beat. I mean, again, Raven Kemp shows in the second game in a row that she brings a ton of energy, and she's really under control. She's really been showing that in practice. Where you look at Mania Jones, who's a freshman, that shows everybody she doesn't play like a freshman, that she's a tremendous low block presence. Same thing with Jess, who comes off the bench as a freshman, who does little things. And, you know, I could go on and on and on about Kiana and Gigi and, you know, other players. But, again, we played unselfish tonight. And you know, I kept hearing them in the huddles and in media timeouts. I got your back. You shoot the ball. You shoot it with confidence. I got your back. So I think this team in the last week, we've really been working on us just being a solid team and being disciplined on both sides of the floor.
Going off the hot start, you guys got to be pleased 17-2 the first 5 minutes or so.
Absolutely. We talked about being aggressive on both ends of the floor. You know, we had to do that. We had to block them out. And when I say that about, you know, you can get all hyped about the kids screaming because you want to do so much for them. But again, we've got to execute the game plan, and we've talked about that last 2 days in practice. And I'm very thankful for our scout guys who come in and practice with us and made it hard for us, because we have really stepped up our defensive game. We have taken it to another level. We always talk about defense and how defense generates our offense. So that's really important for us to continue to do that. And like Jenny and Destiny were saying, that we don't really care who we play. We want to keep getting better. We want this to roll on, this energy, to the next game. We want to take care of the ball. It's all about the little things. But, you know, you're exactly right. The first 5 minutes is what we talked about, that we didn't want to start slow, that we wanted to start strong and try to keep that kind of tempo throughout the game.
Some big performances by Destiny. Jenny, what impressed you with those two today?
Their leadership, their demeanor. I said, because it's so loud, what is going to be important? And I actually showed them myself physically some things putting the ball in my hand, because you can't talk a lot, right? But you got to have strong body language. You got to be able to look each other positive in the eye, high five somebody next play, come together, generate that kind of energy when there was dead ball situations or you had a chance to just, talk. And I thought that they did a really good job doing that, sprinting off the floor. Our bench was great, getting up, clapping, things like that. We feed off of that. So if you don't really have a voice, you got to be able to do other things. And I thought their leadership and how they handled themselves was really good.
Free throws weren't that significant overall, but 10 out of 10. When's the last time you were perfect?
Yeah, and last game we shot 80%, and tonight we shot 100%. I told everybody, I said, it comes down to confidence. We've been talking about that in practice. Make shots, especially that's a free shot. Step up to the line and have some courage for your teammate and knock them down. And that we've been talking about that. We've been doing more of those because we're capable of getting to the line. We're an attacking team.
Going into Miami, what are you guys looking for? A second ACC foe of the season?
We're going to have to be on point. We're going to have to really practice. We've got 2 practices to get it right. They're a tremendous offensive team. They're a great transition team. They're very disciplined. They have a lot of players that can really score the basketball. They can shoot the 3, then go inside, they can attack. So this is an awesome challenge for us. Like my captain said, we got to be able to roll this over, the same kind of energy, the same kind of tenacity. And not be afraid to go in there because of the name. I think Destiny just talked about that. We have a name. We can do great things. So we just got to continue to be confident and go out there and execute our game plan and how we want to play the game.